In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect Jira to N8N. Whether you want to automate issue creation, sync some tasks, or even get some notification. This guide will walk you through the process from start to finish. First of all, make sure you're logged in into your N8N dashboard, also on the Jira account. Once you are there, make sure to go to N8N as example and start by creating a workflow. As a trigger, I'm just going to choose trigger manually at the moment because we don't care about the automation at the moment. We care about connection first. So I'm just going to let this connection manually right now. Now I'm just going to click on the plus button, and in this search for nodes right here, as you can see, we're going to look for Jira, and you'll find here Jira software. Make sure to go and click on that. Once you do so, you'll find a lot of actions. And of course, you can choose the action depending on the automation that you want. For me, I'm just going to do create an issue as an example. So once we are here, we would like the credentials to connect to our Jira account. So how can we connect it? It's going to be simple. So click on that option and click on create new credential. Once you do so, you'll find three options right here. Do you want the cloud option, self-hosted option, or server path option? So for the cloud option, it should be easy because you'll be required to get the email, API token, and domain. For if you have it self-hosted example, it might be a little bit different. And also there is the server path as well. So for me, I'm using the cloud. I don't have it self-hosted. So I'm going to connect it using the cloud. Normally server, which is self-hosted, and the cloud, as you can see, the only difference is the self-hosted or server requires a password instead of the API token. So for us, where can we get our email, API token, and domain? So the annoying one will be this API token, and it's going to be easy. So go and open a new tab and type Jira API token. Once you do so, just click on the first link. It's fine. They will take you to an article. Scroll down a little bit, and you should find an example, create an API token with scope. So click on this login option. Once you click on it, as you can see, they'll ask you to verify yourself. So, for example, this is my email, and I'll need an 8-digit verification that is sent to this email. So I'm just going to my email provider, which is Gmail in my case, and I'm just going to the code that they sent me. So, okay, this is an old one, and this is the new one. So I'm just going to copy that, paste this right here. Okay, maybe I'll need to add the space. Just add this in case. Okay, space cannot be added, so it's probably just this code because I did it before. So we'll see. Yeah, it's all good. And as you can see, I accessed this option. So from here, what I'll have to do basically is simply go and click on create API token. You can even create an API token with scopes if you want to. And if you have any API token, you'll find here another option called revoke all API tokens if you want to. So from here, I'm just going to click on create an API token. You'll have to give it a name, whatever name you want. For me, I will just name it like N8N automation. And here, you'll be able to choose an expiry date. So if you don't want an expiring date, it is basically not possible on Jira. So you'll have to have an expiring date. If you want, as you can see, you'll not be able to choose something after like 2026 like 6. So they basically give you a year of expiry or expiring dates. Then you'll have to generate another API token to just change it in your N8N so you can have your automation work again. So just go and click on create. As you can see, I give myself like a full year, and here we are. We have our API token. No need to see it. I'm just going to click on copy. I'm going right here. I can close this at the moment and paste the API token right there. Here, we'll need the email as well. And for me, the email is this. And finally, you'll need a domain. So now where can we find the domain? The domain is simple. You can go back to your Jira account. As you can see, here we are. And you'll basically have to copy this URL, as you can see at the top. Let me just show you again. So here is it. The URL, you'll have to copy it and you'll have to copy what's after .NET, not dash as example or slash Jira slash for you. So just copy your username .atlassian.net. Copy that. Once you do so, go back to N8N, click on domain and paste that. Once you paste it, all you need to do just go and click on save. And as you can see, connection says successful. That means it's all good. You can start using it. And as you can see, if I click in here, I'll find it. If the API token is not working anymore, all you need to do, just go here and change it. Click on create a new credential. You'll have to go and get a new API key. The domain will remain the same, and same will be for email. As simple as that. So now the connection is established, and it's totally up to you to choose which action or which automation example you want to establish using N8N. For example, if you want the resource to be an issue attachment, issue content, user, custom API call, a lot of things. Here are some fields. These fields, as example, will be different depending on the action that you choose. So, example, if we choose create, we have this. If we choose delete, as example, this will change. As you can see, if we choose change log, this will change. So, depending on the action that you want to do or the automation that you want to do, you might have to fill up some different like fields. So it's very simple. I can't tell you as example what to fill in here because I don't know which automation example you're trying to do exactly. So you can get your issue key. You should get this as example from your issue if you're trying to create something. If you're trying to create, you'll have to get something from a project, an issue type, and you can just select the type as example from here, and then a summary, and then you will be able to add the field. And once you're done, you can always come here and click on execute workflow. Because I have it manually, I'll be able always to click on it as an example and change it if I want to. I can just go and remove it and change it to another automated like workflow. So I don't have to come here and click on execute. Maybe something I can add when I get an email through Gmail and stuff like that. So the automation, it's actually completely depending on you, depending on what you want to automate exactly using N8N. So I've already showed you how to connect Jira as example to N8N, and I hope it was useful. You can always come here and click on execute workflow to test, and if everything is set up correctly, you will see a success message and a new issue will appear on your Jira projects as an example. We can even try one right now. Let me just fill up all the fields and come back. So as you can see, I just added here like the projects, issue type, summary, and yeah, that's all basically I need. I can click on execute the step to see if it's working. As you can see, node executed successfully. That means I'm good to go. I can come here, click on execute workflow, and everything is working great. You'll find the workflow executed successfully. And if I go to Jira, you'll find a new issue created every time that you come here and launch it or execute the workflow. So that's basically it. You've successfully connected your Jira to N8N. You set up credentials and built your workflow. And yeah, now you can save hours by letting N8N handle your task management. So I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching and goodbye.